Hi, I'm Shea.
And I'm Shealyn.
This is Shea's Scary Lounge. And today is our Christmas episode, if you haven't figured it out yet. And we are doing Silent Night, Deadly Night from 1974.
It's that old?
Is it?
I don't know. Remember,
I
said it came out the same day as Nightmare on Elm Street.
1984. I lied.
Yeah, I was like 74. Holy moly.
Well, because I think the movie, like, beginning starts, it's in 1974 or something like that. Takes place in the 70s, and then because there's like 3 different time changes in the movie.
And if people don't know, there are a million of these movies. When I mention this film, people are like, it's either somebody who's never heard of it or somebody who knows. I think there's 6? How many sequels?
There's like something like that. There is quite a few. Or you're someone like me who gets it totally wrong and thinks it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, because you mixed it up with the Tales from the Crypt. That's what happened.
The Tales from the Crypt with Dr. Giggles. I thought it was that episode, the Christmas episode of that one. And I was like, oh, it's the one where he dresses as Santa Claus.
I feel like
and you're like, yeah.
Well, because you said, is it a Santa Claus that goes around and kills people? And I was like, yeah, that is the premise of this movie. It is loosely. So it made sense. And I was like, yeah, that's it. I didn't know there's multiple.
There's a million of them apparently. And there's apparently another movie called Christmas Evil or Evil Christmas or something that came out right before this one.
Oh, really? Because this one's deemed as the first, or if it's not the first, it's like the worst. And I don't mean worst as a bad movie. I mean this movie was taken out of theaters because it was just too much. Kids were even more afraid of Santa,
But that was just it. It flew under the radar. The Christmas Evil or Evil Christmas flew under the radar.
Got it.
And then this one, they promoted the hell out of it. So they promoted it on TV. They promoted it with posters. And so it was everywhere. So parents were freaked out that, because it's a guy going around killing people dressed as Santa. Does he really look like Santa? He's 18 and he's buff and he's got he doesn't even wear the thing on his face. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's a stretch that they chose him to do the Santa from Ira's Toy,
right.
To me, you could have had the boss didn't want to do it. That's probably why. So then they're like, well, who can we get to do it? And then what I feel like is, how did they not know about his Santa phobia? I feel like that's a pretty big deal that the nuns should have let them know. I mean, we're jumping ahead here.
Yeah, let's go and start from the beginning. There's a lot to unpack.
If it sounds weird, it's because it is that weird. Yes. Okay.
It is this really should just be called The Trauma of Billy.
Anyway, go ahead. Do some type of little paraphrase.
Little paraphrase. So we start off with this little boy his family, his little boy, his brother, his baby brother, and his parents go to I don't know what, he's in a home to see grandpa. He's nuts or whatever. And so why on earth did they leave this little boy with grandpa is beyond me. They're thought he was comatose or something. And grandpa scares the hell out of him and goes, Santa Claus will punish you if you've been naughty. And he's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Does he know that? Does the grandpa actually know that for a fact? Or is he just being how parents tell you? I think he's just being a
jerk and trying to scare the child.
Yeah.
Because he starts laughing menacingly about it. I'm like,
yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a way to control your children, especially around December, November, the holiday months. You could be like, you're not going to get anything from Santa, yada, yada. And, but not to this extreme where this kid thinks he's going to be murdered.
So he freaks out because of Santa. So then parents are driving home. They don't know anything about the conversation because they were talking to the doctor and left Billy alone with grandpa.
I think they were signing papers to probably give him a lobotomy or kill him. I think it's something like that, and take his money, if he had any money. I think that's where they were going
over the diagnosis.
Oh, I thought it was let's make a secret plan to get rid of this old man who's useless. That's how I took it. So they left the little boy there as a distraction, if that makes sense. But also, I wouldn't leave my kid with
I see that we saw that differently.
It's all about perception. No, like I
It
guess
is.
they probably were going over the diagnosis, but that wasn't it just like he's a vegetable, or he just doesn't
Right.
talk, or
Or he
he's
just
not a
doesn't
vegetable.
talk.
That makes
He doesn't
yeah.
communicate. That's why when they were driving home and Billy's like, Grandpa said this, and they're like, what?
They're like,
Should we
sure,
call the
kid.
doctor?
Yeah. At least
Well,
they
Billy
believe
wouldn't
him
lie
because
about
they were
it.
like,
Yeah.
they were like, he has no reason to lie. Because a lot of parents would be like, this kid's making it up, you know.
Right.
And so at least they believed him. But
Right.
also, I think they kind of dismiss it like as, oh, he's a crazy old man. And
Right.
now I have to make my kid like Santa again, you know.
Right. So they were driving, and then they see a Santa who's pulled over, and they're like, hey,
Broken
Santa,
down.
you need a ride home? And you need a ride to a party or whatever. And the guy's like, no. And then pulls out a gun, and they freak out and scream and try to drive away. But Santa catches them, shoots them, kills the dad. And then Billy runs out of the
Yeah.
car, leaves his baby brother.
What's
And
he
Santa,
gonna do? I mean,
I don't know,
like,
he's 6 or something. And so
yeah.
the mom tries to get out, or he rips her out of the car.
My
Why did mom
gosh.
say, oh gosh, she's so lame. And then he, rips open her shirt. I don't know if he was going to rape her or what, but then he slices her throat
Oh my
open.
gosh, he rapes her in the unrated one. I forgot you watched a different
Oh,
one.
I didn't watch okay, so he did rape her in the
Yeah.
other one. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't show like, everything that happens, but yeah, it's definitely like it goes in that direction. I'm pretty sure that happens.
Okay. So he,
And
whatever.
it's a lot of boobs.
Lots of boobs, yes.
Yeah.
So the
like,
kid's traumatized. The guy is going to go after Billy, but Billy's hiding in the woods or whatever. And so somehow, I don't know, the guy goes away, the police come, I don't know what happens. Because then we go fast forward to Billy and his little brother in an orphanage.
Yeah.
And the nuns are horrible people. And they don't pay attention to his trauma that he literally watched his parents be murdered by Santa Claus. And how no one gives a crap is beyond me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't even warn the store that they gave him a job to that, like, his parents were murdered by someone dressed as Santa. Like,
right.
It seems like something you would have mentioned. But he's at the orphanage. He also looks through a peephole. I don't know if that was on your episode as well.
Yes, that was where he sees like these two people having sex. And what gets me is like, why are you in an orphanage, convent, whatever, trying to do it as loud as possible, by the way. And then when the nun comes busting in, they're not even like surprised. They're like, we did this on purpose.
Well, yeah, it's like Mother Superior is like, oh, okay, I'll take care of it. But then she just goes up to him awkwardly outside, like, what did you see? And this if you do that, you will die.
Not an idiot, like, clearly, because he's like, nothing. I saw nothing.
Yeah, he's like, well, because he's probably like, what are they doing to each other? But
probably, yes.
He kept watching it though, like a little perv.
Well, you're interested. They're making weird sounds. What do you want? But they get through. So he apparently also doesn't really have a big recollection of the thing that happened to his parents, and no one bothers to say or tell him or anything at all. And they just hope he forgets because he was like a child, and clearly he doesn't. And he gets beat multiple times by Mother Superior because she considers him naughty and a bad seed.
Naughty. The way she says it, like naughty. Naughty. Yeah, I mean, and then all of a sudden it fast forwards again to he's supposed to be 18. This dude looks like 25.
He's like massively built.
Yeah, and that's part of the joke. They're like, I don't want a little boy working here, and then this guy comes out and he's like, I don't know if he's supposed to be like sexy. I don't know. I mean, he's cute enough, but like the shots they do of him are so like he's always like, I don't know. It's like I don't.
He's like trying to be a GQ model or something.
Yeah.
Not really smiling, but like coy. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, coy is the word. And also very like, I'm trying to think, immature. Like he doesn't really get, like maybe he's not trying to be a man creep yet. Like that girl is flirting with him, and then whatever.
Right.
Like he holds up the milk when that guy's drinking booze, like he's clearly like a good boy, which they go over that too, because that's when Santa won't murder you if you're a good boy.
Right. And I think in that aspect, he's also still very childlike.
Yeah.
in the sense that like he's having weird fantasies about the girl he works with at the toy store. He's got a hairy ass,
Oh, there.
whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like a full-on other sex scene. Like this movie does not hold back.
It's his
I don't
fantasy
know.
though. That's in his dream.
Well, yeah, but still, like it's shown on the movie. So I'm like, whoa, what rating did this? Was it like an R?
I think it's an R.
NC-17? Yeah. The fact that this movie was released in normal theaters and, like you were saying, mass promoted kind of blows my mind because it's so like raunchy. Like it's definitely, I don't know, a more intense. I mean, now we see movies that push the envelope in the same way, like when you get the Hostels and like other films like that. But
right.
For this time, it came out with at the same day as Nightmare on Elm Street, and that movie I wouldn't say is like risque. Like, is there even?
It does have yes, it does. It
the
does
sex
have,
scene with the blonde girl.
Yeah, where she's like thrown around the room, but she's
but no boobs.
She's supposed to be.
I don't think there's any boobs. Oh, she does.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, she's in her underwear, but she shows boobs.
Oh, but with this movie, there's like at least 3 pairs of full frontal boobs that I can remember.
Mom.
Later on, what this?
I'm
Mom. Then his fantasy, and then the murder that happens on the antlers.
The girl he murders, right?
Which is a hell of a scene.
So Mom, the murder. What about? Do they show in the where the two are doing it and he's looking at people?
I think so. Yeah, I think. Oh no, not that one, but later the employees at the store, the creepy guy and the girl when they sneak off.
Guy. And he looks like he's double her age. Like, what is that?
Because he definitely is. He's like 45.
Like, walks in the back, goes, I want to give you some. Been wanting to give it to you all year. I'm like, really creepy dude. You're nasty.
They exist. And also, what was that Christmas party? Not saying I wouldn't have attended, but they literally just pulled out bags of chips and bottles of whiskey.
Well, obviously, you've not done retail. So
is that how it is? That's all they have.
Yes. What is with this? And then they get drunk. You know why? Because there's no food.
And they're drinking like straight booze. Like I think that dude's just drinking.
Yeah. The owner is just drinking straight up alcohol and and they give it to Billy and he's okay. And so somehow, because Billy's got some wires crossed in there, the boss is drunker than skunk and goes up and tells him that he's Santa Claus and go get him. And so then something snaps in Billy and he's like, I am Santa Claus. I'm going to go and punish people.
Yeah, like why did he still think that's what Santa did? Like the nuns didn't ever have a Christmas after that happened to his parents?
Clearly there's a big communication problem in this movie.
Like they go back, I don't know. I feel like somebody should have seen a therapist. I would hope that happened.
Right?
To talk to him about like, but at least to talk to him about like, that's not normal. Santa is not that scary. I mean, kids are always scared of Santa.
So then he goes on a rampage, and so he saves the girl he likes from getting raped by the creeper in the back, kills him.
Then he gets mad at him.
And okay, first of all, you were going to get raped. I don't care how you dealt with that dude. Okay, I'd be like, thank you. I'm not going to go, you're crazy. Because that seems like you just saw him kill someone. Maybe telling them they're crazy is a bad way to go. I'm just
we've talked about this before. Like, why do people always like they aren't using their heads? Like how people will say, "I'm going to run out that door. What if I'm going to use the phone?" Like they always say, like she should have just said, "Oh, thank you," and then
thank you. I'm out. But then somehow he just wants to kill everybody, and he just assumes everyone's naughty. Whatever.
Well, why were breaking all the rules.
Okay, but what about the lady who, was at the front? He killed her with like a bow and arrow when she was trying to leave, killed the boss. Dude paid you. I don't understand why you're like gonna kill him, but cool.
Because he was drinking. I think I don't know. Nobody should have given this guy alcohol in the first place.
No.
He's underage, one, and then also he's not all there.
Right.
Like you can tell he's never drank before.
Right. And then it goes off to some like whose house? Did he know them? I don't even understand. And then they're like trying to get it on or whatever. And so he ends up showing up and just killing them because he knows they're being naughty. I don't.
Yeah.
Runs
Yeah, at that
the
point,
half
he's just
naked
like a
girl.
serial killer. Yeah.
Right. Runs the half naked girl into the antlers. And that
was wild.
Very gruesome
Like,
scene.
Yeah, I was like, they aren't gonna show it, and then I see the antlers coming out of her stomach. I was like, oh my gosh, even for me, oh no,
for
even
1984.
For me, yeah, I was like, whoa.
I was like, wow. But then he sees that little girl in the house after he murders the babysitter and her boyfriend, and he's like, have you been naughty? And he tries so hard to get her to say yeah, and she's like, fuck no, I am awesome.
Yeah,
I've been good all year. Give me something. He's like, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Give me a present.
Like, define naughty. Like, what exactly? Like,
let's go.
How bad do you
I
mean?
don't consider anything I've done all year naughty.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, naughty. And
that's
you
perception.
were explaining to me because I missed the part where it's like his little brother at the end, or who was the baby, because I feel like the ages were so off that
they were at the end.
No, I was literally like, who's this random? I thought, oh, okay, it's been passed on to some random kid at the orphanage because he just saw that happen. And then you pointed out that that's supposed to be his little brother. So that makes
and the only reason I know it's his brother is because Mother Superior says so.
Oh, okay.
She makes the comment to say, Richard, go get me my harmonica. And then she says a snide comment over to the other nun and says, such a good boy, not like his brother Billy.
Oh, got it.
That's the only reason you know that's his brother. And you're like, okay. And you had to tell me that because it's clearly not the correct age.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have gotten that. But overall, a very watchable film. Minus the age.
And I'm just so annoyed with like okay, so Mother Superior is like a horrible, mean nun. And then there's the girl underneath him, Mary Catherine or something, whatever her name was, Mother Margaret or Sister Margaret or whatever. And she's supposed to be like the nice one, the one who tries to help Billy and give him his job. And then she's the one who figures out he's killing people and she's telling the police on how to get to him or whatever. I love that there's this moment where he goes, I wish we knew of where he was going to strike next. I'm like, that's a good question, because he didn't go from the store to the orphanage. He went to a house or so in the middle, just some random house.
Yeah. For some more
then decided, I'm going to the orphanage.
Yeah, but also, why does he want to go to the orphanage? I was like, why does he want to kill
because he wants
kids?
to kill, he doesn't want to kill the kids, I think. Well, maybe he was going to kill the kids because it's always like, you're safe now, I'm dying.
Yeah.
But he definitely wanted to kill Mother Superior because she beat him. So
she was naughty.
She was naughty. And
she was not a
nice good.
Like lady, creepy ass lady. Well, how many how can we measure this? One.
Let's do axes.
An axe.
Let's do.
Give it one.
I gave it one axe. This was not good.
I'm gonna say 2.5 or something. I don't know. It's definitely watchable, for the time. But I'm not gonna buy it. Or anything. Not that anyone does that anymore. But
I totally rented it because for whatever reason, AMC and Shudder did not have the first one, but they only had the last one, like all the sequels, but not the original. And I'm like, I have to watch this thing. Took me 2 days.
I have to rent it.
All right. So follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell so you get all the notifications when we post another video. We post them every week.
Do all that stuff that you just said. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas! And try not to get killed by a Santa Claus.
Well, you should watch Silent Night, Deadly Night on Christmas. Not you, I'm telling people. Yeah. You'll never watch this movie again. Yes. All right. Till next time.
Bye.
It's handsome. So
I always do it wrong.
There, that way you can see my pants.
I can see it.
So ridiculous. They're overalls. Hold on, I know you're recording already, but I want to fidget now before.
It reminds me of that. There's a movie, like a Christmas, like an old 1980s Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And they end up, they wear coveralls just like that.
I like that you call them coveralls. Like my mom calls them that, I think. I don't know. I've always called them overalls.
Overalls, coveralls. I don't know. I know the difference. I guess coveralls would be like what Jason and Michael Myers wear, and then overalls would be like they call
Like
them
that.
bibs out here, right? They call them
That's right.
bibs.
You actually see people who wear them all the time.